Okay, welcome all to the QuiroHub's platform. Today we have someone very special. I think this person needs no introduction, but you should only stick with us if you're interested in one of these three things that I'm going to mention. Should you be interested in bringing in new patients to your office? Or should you be interested in bringing more new patients to your office? Or should be interested in bringing in more new patients to your office? You need to stick with us because today we have the man to teach us how to do this. Just stay with us. Today, I have with me who I dearly call the Master Jedi. I call him the Master Jedi because the material, the stuff that we've learned from him has just taken what we do as chiropractors and our ability to communicate with others to just a whole new level in our practice. And I'm so happy to be able to introduce to you today to my mentor, instructor, consultant, coach, Roberto Monaco. Welcome, Roberto.
Mi hermano, Dr. Carlos, you're the maestro. I wish I could give a virtual hug. Consider yourself hug, buddy. Much love and appreciation for you. Every time we work with clients, the clients that leave a mark, and you has been one of them. Every time I see you, buddy, in Puerto Rico or other events, I feel so much love for you. I always admire your entrepreneur brain. You always come up like a new idea, a new angle, and I'm like, I learned so much from you as well. So thank you, my friend. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Roberto. And you're part of that. Today is not the time to talk about that, but you've been an inspiration in many of our projects. Just to tell the group a little bit about how we connected. Our mutual friend, John Davila, came to one of our seminars. He did an impressive job at presenting his material on that seminar. I think this is already 4 or 5 years ago. And he just closed people on my event. And I could not believe he was able, so elegantly and so easily close so many clients on one of our events here in Puerto Rico. I asked him how he did it. He connected me with you, and through that, you helped us develop our presentations at our seminars. Roberto has helped us develop our group report of findings. Roberto, we have 3 talks that we take on the road. We do coffee breaks, we do lunch and learns, and we do dinner talks. And they're just being fantastic for our clinics. That's basically how we were able to reach more people in the San Juan metro area to be served in our clinics. But now the rules of the game change because all of a sudden we have Corona living with us. We have the pandemic. We can no longer it's not that easy to do group report of findings now. It's not that easy to talk people into actually some of our patients will gladly come to a dinner talk. The challenge is getting them to bring their friends to their dinner talk, which has become a challenge. And out goes the window, the lunch and learns and the coffee breaks for now. I'm sure we're going to work around it and we're going to make it happen again. So all of a sudden the life changes. What do we do now, Roberto? What's going on? What do we need? What's the shift? You that are surrounded by so many influential chiropractors and you develop your own ideas, what should our audience be looking at?
Dr. Carlos, thanks so much for framing this so well. I remember it was March 13th. That was my last quote unquote talk before the pandemic. I was at Sherman College. They hired me to do a one-day event in Sherman, and I came back, and then I started getting emails Saturday, Sunday, Monday of events canceled. And I usually do 2-3 talks a month. I fly out everywhere across America, Europe, my events canceling. And I'm like, and then I remember I had an event with Dr. Franson in Chicago. He calls me up and say, man, Chicago is closed. What are we going to do? We have 170 people registered for the event. What do you do? and we're like, let's do online. So it was a day and a half event. It was like 6 hours and 10 hours. And I remember it was not my event, it was Dr. Francis' event, but I was playing a big role at the event. And I remember Dr. Carlos, when you do a live event, like seminars or a dinner, and after people come and talk to you and you have the energy,
Sure,
right?
sure.
I really remember on the first night, I was 11 o'clock, the event, and I closed, I leave my office and I closed the door. Now I'm in my living room, right? And my kids are sleeping, my wife is sleeping, and I have this huge energy in my body. I'm like, right? And then I'm like, man, it was so amazing. And then on Saturday, we do it again. And throughout the weekend, in the chat, there's 4,200 messages.
Wow.
In a day and a half.
Wow.
After that, and I see the results, people recording videos, and I'm like, I knew there's something positive that would come out of this experience. So after that, I did a couple more events, and I was supposed to be in Barcelona, Spain, to do our 3-day class for chiropractors, July 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And they emailed me like, man, Spain lockdown's terrible.
Yes.
And again, I'm like, what I'm going to do? So I said, I'm going to do online. And the beginning was a lot of belief changing, influencing 30 chiropractors to do online, because their mindset was, I don't want to be in a webinar for 30 hours,
Yes.
A guy showing PowerPoints for 30 hours. I cannot stand 1 hour, right? And knowing what I know, and I'm just like, just follow my lead. If you don't like it, I refund your money. Just follow my lead. And out of the 30 people who start a class, 30 people complete the class, and they always spoke online virtually.
Wow.
And they got and I have amazing testimonials that happened after. So welcome to the world of virtual presentations. And Dr. Carlos framed this so well, so elegantly. He said that, the talks you do, the lunch and learns, dinner the doctor, stress talks at networking events at churches, they will come back. They will come back. Are they going to be the same? I hope so. I really do, because I've done 4,500 public speaking gigs. So I really hope that is actually part of my identity, being a speaker. But I also this create a whole new opportunity. And now in my heart of hearts, I feel it's an opportunity for you. Now, 5 months ago, I didn't think it was an opportunity. My lamps here. I didn't think it was an opportunity. I think like, wow, but now it's not like, it's like, oh, if I cannot do lives, I do virtual. I think moving forward, what COVID did is it's speed up the psychology of the consumer. Please remember this. What's the whole ordeal? Meaning kids learning online, people working from home, people, grandma doing Zoom, watching Zoom, in a family meeting.
Getting together to have wine online.
Zoom parties, thank you. So all this COVID did is speed up, accelerate the use of, quote unquote, virtual presentations.
Yes.
So what does that mean to you as a chiropractor? I am not suggesting that you should never do a talk again, never go to a company again, never do a presentation class again, never. But what I am suggesting, and I hope to inspire you today, to expand your skills, expand your thinking, and start doing virtual presentations. So Roberto, what are virtual presentations? Are things like interviews like this, Zoom meetings, webinars, YouTube videos, Instagram videos, YouTube lives, Facebook lives. Those are quote unquote virtual presentations. Now, you don't have to do all of them, right? At the beginning, otherwise you're going to overwhelm yourself. But you start learning. They have a little, they have pros and cons of them. They're different. But I feel it's an opportunity, not only because some people, look, the reality is some people, they might come to get adjusted, but they might be against coming to a class. Mm-hmm. Right? They don't want to do an advanced workshop. Sure. The new generation say, why am I going to go to a class if I can learn online. So as an entrepreneur, as a leader, you have to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to expand. Right? I'm just going to expand. I'm going to add a skill. So since this started, I've done 4 virtual events, 2 1 day and a half, so 1 4 hour, and 1 3 days, which is 30 hours. And I'm doing my next one now, October 9th, 10th, 11th. So moving forward, Dr. Carlos, and I tell my plan to you guys, I have a class that I've been doing for 11 years. It's called Influencing from the Front. Dr. Carlos, when I went to Puerto Rico, did. Yeah. So I have 2 versions now. One is Influencing from the Front that focus on traditional public speaking workshops, which I'm going to be doing live next year, right? And the other one, if you want to learn virtual presentations, I'm not going to do live. Why? Because if it is a virtual presentation training, I'm going to do what? Virtually. So now I have both. I just expanded. And I really hope that you expand today with our information here.
Fantastic. Roberto, tell us, you told us in a nutshell what virtual presentations are, but how do they apply to the day-to-day chiropractor? I mean, can you put it in the context of, you know, I'm a practicing chiropractor. I've been in practice for 25 years. We were used to doing all these community outreach efforts that were live and one-on-one or in groups. Now we change. Yeah, I get it, Roberto. This is on Zoom. This is virtual, but what am I going to do? What is the...
So there's a couple of things, right? So the first thing that I'll do if I'm a chiropractor, first thing I'm going to do, it's crazy for me to think that some chiropractors out there, they don't do patient orientation classes. It's just crazy. It's just insane because they think by having a good day 1, day 2 and converting at a higher clip, a higher rate, that's enough. That's a lie. Because if you study persuasive research, persuasive communication research, they talk about, como se dice em espanhol, attitude. Attitude, right? So they talk about these 3 levels. They have attitude shaping. That means that when someone does not have an opinion, and then you communicate, so you shape someone's opinion, right? 2, attitude changing, when someone has an opinion, but then you change, now that person is doing business with you, right? And the 3rd level, which the majority of chiropractors do a terrible job, because they stop here, right? Oh, I convert as my client, my patient right now. The 3rd level is called attitude reinforcing. Como se dice en español? Reinforçar? Reforçar, right? So how do you reinforce the message? And so a patient-oriented class, a really powerful patient-oriented class does several things. 1, increase the PVA, reinforce the importance of chiropractic for life, like chiropractic care for life, and get you referrals. So if you're starting out, the first thing that I'll do, I'll get a Zoom account. The easiest nowadays free, right? Yes. Some of them depend on level. I would prepare and I would start emailing my patients, and the new patients make mandatory to participate in I don't care if it's for 3 people or 30. You do every Wednesday or every Thursday, and you show up like you do right now and you do your class. You start there. And then when the class is, everybody can do that. And because now there's no excuse, I don't want to drive, it's too late now, they're home. They're home. It's 35 minutes. And then you want to make sure you do the class, you start there. And then you have kind of like, for them, kind of like they can really online, maybe there's a link, they can go to the website and put the names and the emails of someone to get referrals, right? Usually you can do that. But there's no reason you shouldn't do that. And as you're doing that, you can have your spouse, your assistant come here with your phone and record 3-4 minutes live as you're doing to post on social media. Don't do the whole thing. Oh, doctor is speaking tonight, Yeah. And those 2-3 minute videos now, you put a link for your website so they can register for the next class you're doing. So that's the starting point.
Let me ask you something, because we are used to the 1 hour, 45 minute, 30-minute presentations on the live scenario.
Yeah.
Are we talking about doing talks that long here, or those?
Yes.
The full thing.
The whole thing, because as a person that done, I do my 30-hour event, 12-hour event a day, and is obviously it's a little bit different context. I get it, but it's not about the 30. People spend 2 hours watching Netflix, Dr. Carlos. And they do that every night. So is the 2 hour in front of the screen, or is the messenger? Right?
Yes,
because like some people, they'll be like, oh, let's watch episode 1, 2, 3. 4 hours later at 2 in the morning, like, oh, just watch 4 hours. So it's not like I can't sit still in front of the screen. No, it's not that. That's a lie. I cannot sit for the screen because you are speaking, right? So now comes back to the presenter. So that's what I'm talking about. You can make it powerful, entertaining, fun. You can have props, ask questions, set a handout. There's 1,000 things that you can do. But the idea that my clients don't want to be informed for 45 minutes, that's just a lie. They are not learning about how to improve their lives, their health, but they're spending not 45 minutes, spending 3 hours on Netflix that evening.
Yeah.
So
powerful. What does it, we've been working on, and you've been an integral part of that, of improving ourselves or polishing ourselves to be good live presenters. Mm-hmm. But what does it take now to be a good virtual presenter?
Love that.
Is there a difference?
The name of the game, right, is engagement. Right? So everything. So right now, for example, we are doing this class here, and so I'm trying to engage the group here, my energy, asking questions, looking at the camera, telling stories, giving examples, illustrations, animating my hands. So one of the major difference between a traditional public speaking class and a visual presentation, that if I'm in front of you, the first big difference is that if you're a boring presenter in a live public speaking class, I'm sitting there and you're boring, I'm not gonna stand up and leave right away, right? Unless it's a huge seminar, there's thousands of people. But if it's like 20 people in the office, not gonna stand up and leave. You're gonna endure. Now, in a visual presentation, it'll be like click away, fast. Yeah. The second big difference is that when you're doing a talk, and you know this because I've seen your dinners, and you're a master. Truly, you're a master, right? You're communicating, you're storytelling, but Dr. Carlos, you're reading the room. Oh, this person's engaged, that person's not engaged yet. I'm gonna walk to the side of the room, right? In a virtual setting, just is hard because you don't have the non-verbal feedback. You cannot read body language, so you gotta be able to think in terms of engagement throughout. So using the chat function in a visual presentation. If you're doing live, you have an audience, give me high five, thumbs up. When you start a presentation, say, hey guys, welcome everybody. Let's say you're doing a presentation for your patients and their friends. You say, hey guys, welcome to Dr. Carlos' class here. Please write down your favorite restaurant here in Puerto Rico. And I want to see, right? And at the beginning, they'll be like, oh, so-and-so, right? What's your favorite mofongo, right? But, so now people they start saying things. And so now, remember, small commitments lead to big commitments. So they're engaging. Now when actual presentation start, and you start saying, look, if you were to be healthy, what else would you do? Put in a chat here. So now you condition the audience gradually and elegantly to be able to engage with you. So engagement is the key. And I always have when I'm doing my long format events, I have a stick note, right? So I have a little, and I put in my computer, and I put energy, because what happens is that when you're doing a live event, usually you're able to bring the energy from the audience that keeps you, right? There's a cycle, there's a flow, and here you're talking by yourself. So if you're not aware, then eventually your energy start like dying. If you're not aware, you know what I mean? And then, so I'm like, all right, let's go. So, so engagement is the key.
Fantastic. And I'm familiar with some platforms. I'm familiar with, you know, the Facebook Live, the YouTube. Is there anything else out there that can help Kairos do this, or where should we start? If we're other than recording ourselves with a cell phone in terms of projecting that video out to the public or to our patient base, where should we start?
Okay. So here's what, if I were a Cairo, and I'm assuming I never done virtual talks or videos or webinars. First thing I'll do get a free account on Zoom, and I'll develop my talk, and like consistently, whatever your day is, I'm gonna do patient orientation class. Make a requirement for every patient, and something, here's something you can do. You say, Dr. Carlos is speaking tonight, and when the patient comes, the new patient, and you can actually give a handout, let's say 2 pieces of paper with 10 blank questions. Dr. Carl's you wanna make sure you fill out this question, bring back. If you bring back, he's gonna give a gift, right? Make sure you have it in front of a webinar, because now they're here, right? They're here in the webinar, in the class. So I would start there, first thing. Why? Because you educate your patients, increase retention, increase the likelihood of them to introduce you to other friends and family members, and most important, right? Dr. Carlos, let me ask you something. In Puerto Rico right now, most people are working from their offices or from home?
Home.
Okay, very good. Is that a maybe or is a fact?
That is a fact. I cannot say that everybody's working from home.
But most people.
A dramatic number of people have left the offices and are right now. I am working from home. Look at me.
Perfect. Okay, very good. Number 2, are these people working from home now? Are they don't talk to each other, to the team, to the leaders, or they get together online and they meet? What do you think?
They get together online and they meet.
Right? Why?
Yes.
So, right? Here's what we know. 1, that they work from home. 2, they are already meeting. So they already have a Zoom account. They're already meeting. So what happens if during your patient orientation class, in the last say, hey guys, listen, how many of you love and understand more about health and wellness? Boom. Look, I have another charla. It's about how to reduce stress working from home. Brand new class. It's about posture. Because most people, I would love to do one for your company, your team. Doesn't matter if it's a big group or not. Right? Because you work from home, people have bad posture, too much stress. I design a class just for that.
Love it.
You'd be like, okay,
love it.
How good. And by the way, guys, 30 minutes online. I can use your own Zoom. I show up like this during your class. So
I'm gonna use my little clap symbol here.
So the reactions here, I want to go like thumbs up, right? so Dr. Carlos, that's it. I mean, so now your presentation class is doing all these things, right? So we start there.
You know what, Roberto? It comes to my mind. We were doing this, and it was fantastic. We would. In town, we will promote our corporate massage, in which or marketing people with a lot of effort, time, and practice would go to a corporation with or massage therapist, and during the person receiving, the employee receiving the massage, they'll get educated on chiropractic and they'll get invited to the office. If they didn't have the company didn't have time for that, then we'll offer them the lunch and learn. And then we'll bring lunch to them, and during the lunch break, we'll do our presentation. If they didn't have time for that, then we'll bring Starbucks coffee.
I love that. I love that.
As I hear you, one thing that can be done with this is that, allow me to do a visual presentation for your team, and I'll send you the coffee.
Yeah. You can say, I don't know, like because people work it differently.
Yeah, but this is gonna work. This is not gonna work if everybody's at home. This is gonna work.
But like if they're home, you can say, look, I'm gonna give a bonus. I'm gonna give a gift in the end. So because they are now, some people are gonna say no, of course, but like they say no.
Some say yes.
Yeah, some people say yes, and for you, there's no driving time. There's no driving up. No, and you have to be able to develop the muscle. The cool thing is that the muscle, the confidence, the storytelling, the engagement, you're gonna do everywhere. So the first thing I'll do, patient attention class. The second thing that I do that everybody can do, okay? I'm a big social media proponent. If you follow me or on my pages, or I record videos primarily every day. I mean, pretty much every day I record some video. And I do all kinds of video. I do live videos, I do regular videos, I do one-on-one videos. But something that we all can do is start building your social media channels. Like, for example, I was just talking to yesterday with a client. The vast majority of chiropractors, like, I don't want to throw a number, because if I throw a number, I'm lying. I don't lie. So it's like, but huge percentage of chiropractors, they are not marketing on LinkedIn, right? They're just not, because they think LinkedIn is a place to get jobs. It's like, dude, LinkedIn has changed. They have the people who are on LinkedIn, they're educated, they have money, they're executives, the decision makers, the influencers. So you want to be position yourself as the source for health and wellness in your town. So you can, and by the way, one action that you can do, start clean up your profile on LinkedIn and start recording, uploading videos there. Now, LinkedIn, very few people know, they just launch live video, but you have to apply for. So if you type it up after, okay, you type it up, live video LinkedIn, it's gonna show up a page where you ask for, basically you gotta fill out a little form, super easy. And in 2 days, they pretty much accept it, and then you can start recording videos. So what I do, I have 2 audiences. I have my chiropractic audience. So I have personally, my personal page, Chiro Speaking Company. I have 3 groups, and I have I just opened up yesterday a Chiro Speaking Company page on LinkedIn, and I'm going to start adding chiropractors, or the ones who are there. So what happens is that instead of going recording, uploading, downloading, I use a tool called StreamYard, which is super easy to do. And now I go online and I'm recording a video, but I'm broadcasting the limit's 8 pages at the same time. So usually when I'm speaking for chiros, I'm actually in 6 pages: personal page, business page, 3 groups, boom, YouTube, chiro. Now, and I have another company, which is Influenceology, which is the same thing for business professionals. Again, I have 4 or 5 pages, different YouTube channel. So it's like, the idea is like, how can you reach more people? Goes back to BJ buying a radio station back in the day. Why the guy bought a radio station? Well, to spread the message chiropractic. The good news, you don't have to buy a radio station. You have all these amazing tools for free. Yeah. And I wanted, so I feel it's like, you got to be able to be like, it is an investment. I praise StreamYard $40 a month. But allow just the time of like downloading the video, re-uploading 4 to 5. I don't have time, or you don't have to hire someone. I literally do automatically in 8 places. Done. Right? I mean, it's a month. It's like literally, I'm in a business of changing lives, and the more people know about my message, the better. And the same thing applies for you. Right? I feel, Dr. Carlos, a lot of chiros sometimes they resist the idea of becoming an advocate. Right? They're like, because they may have the belief like, well, if I'm just a good doctor, I'm going to have my practice referrals only. Look, I love referrals. Everybody loves referrals. Dr. Carlos loves referrals. We all love referrals. I love it. But if we all So what if you watch the biggest companies on the world, Apple, Walmart, Coca-Cola, why? Imagine if they don't advertise anymore, I'm gonna be like, oh,
They'll
just
disappear.
I'm gonna wait for my clients to afford the new iPhone. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't work. It's like the thinking is flawed. So we have to embrace marketing. We just look, unless you be like, man, you want to play small. It's like, and I feel like as a chiropractor, dude, if you don't tell your story, the marketplace will create the story for you. You know what I mean? And that has happened for many years. The pharma, the big medical conglomerates, they have the money. They tell their story. All right. So I think that being able to be a powerful communicator, that's our tool. And when we talk about virtual presentations, Dr. Carlos, I talk about the 3 M's. There's 3 M's.
That was what I was going to ask you. We were talking before the video started. We were talking about the 3 M's. And what is the 3 M's and how do they relate to
Perfect. Sorry, I just got excited talking to you, brother.
I can tell.
You got me fired up. Well, the first one is the messenger. You, right? Your mindset, your blueprint, your beliefs about speaking, your beliefs about communicating, your beliefs about finding your own stories, your belief about telling your stories, your beliefs about recording videos, webinars. That's the messenger. Your charisma, become more charismatic. We all can improve our charisma. That's something that I'm always looking and trying to improve to become, like, one thing that I always struggle is to be quote unquote entertaining. Now I'm very passionate about it, but how you bring some entertaining into the communication, because people are so used to watch TV and Netflix. So that's one area I have to work on, for example. The first is the messenger, is you. The second area is the message. Now, when it comes to the message, you have webinar, right? People, let's say, register for a webinar. I have clients who build up a whole business using webinar. A coaching company is a 2-hour webinar. 2 hours, yeah. But they're selling a $30,000 product, and by the time they schedule a call, they know the gig. All the objections are answered. All right. So it's less scheduling the call, but more people signing up. Now, Roberto suggests me to do a 2-hour webinar. No, I'm just giving an example. That is an example.
Yes.
Now, as a chiropractor, so a patient orientation. So you're going to have, like, for example, in a patient orientation class, I would recommend you to tell your story. Now, if you're going to record a Facebook Live, 2 3 times a week, you're not going to do that. Right? So it's different. So you got to be able to craft and organize short messages. Let's say you want to record a 1-minute commercial or a 2-minute commercial for Facebook. You're going to be able to have a half an hour talk or 10-minute live. So message, you got to be able to organize, not the same way all the time, because the context of virtual communication change, right? And the third thing is marketing, right? So once the messenger is good, the message is good, is about getting as many eyeballs as possible. And today, I wrote an email to our Chiro list, and it's an email out. I was talking about, for example, about email marketing, right? Which a lot of, and I know you do coaching too, and I'm sure you know this, is incredible to see the conversations I ask my clients goes, what's your email marketing strategy? They go, not sure. How many people you have on your list? Not sure. Where are your emails residing right now? Well, not sure. How many times a week do you email? Not sure. Right? So be like, is it working? Not sure. Wow. So now we move, and I noticed that the only time they email when they want something, right? And I found like content marketing is like a bank account. You got to deposit money if you want to eventually remove, right? If you want to save. So like, if you always try to get it, so I feel things change. So I feel like, for example, if you want to do a webinar, obviously you can put an ad and you can have people opt in and all that stuff. Another thing, how many lead magnets are you using right now to build up your list of subscribers? None. I'm like, so all these questions. So we have to be able, and I know it's a lot, guys, right? So I'm not crazy. Look, I know you're a doctor. You adjust, take care of patients. You run your team. You're a businessman. I know. I just know. And I don't want to overwhelm you. But at least you're going to be like, where do I start? Well, you say, you know what? I'm going to, after listening to Dr. Carlos Roberto, I'm going to start doing one Facebook Live a week. Okay, good. Then you build up that muscle. You do 2 pull-ups. Then when you start doing 3, you'll be like, what else I'm going to do? Well, maybe I'm going to add, I'm going to get the StreamYard account. I'm going to open up a YouTube channel. And in LinkedIn, I'm going to broadcast the same Facebook. I'm going to broadcast in 3 platforms. Okay, now I'm going to do 5 pull-ups. What else? Well, now I'm going to start doing my patient orientation class online. Now I'm doing 10 pull-ups. And that's the journey. Is not, you don't go from that to boom. When I work for Tony Robbins, people used to go to Tony Robbins events and they look around. Wow, 15,000 people pay him $1,000 to be there for 4 days. People look at me like, hey, can you teach me how to do that? And I'm like, I said, bro, he's been speaking for 40 years, 250 days out of the year traveling. Are you sure you want to learn how to do that? And people are like, no, I'm not being negative, right? What I'm saying is that the marketing, as you know, you teach marketing too, and we had several conversations. It's just an evolution. You learn, the market change, things change. You have to change.
Look at the change we're living through right now. I mean, that's a
like
over conversation. In the last few days, I've seen through your emails that I receive and through your social marketing efforts, something that I already signed up for. Well, I'm just excited to participate in it, which is a virtual presenter.
Yeah, influencing from the phone for the video presenter. Yeah.
What did I sign up for?
That's how good my marketing is. You don't even know.
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna give that testimony. The product comes up. I don't even read what it is. If it's Roberto that is presenting it, I sign up for it, and then I wait for me to show up to the event. I know it's gonna be worth my time and my money. So tell us, what did I buy?
So basically, I'm beyond excited. We have an amazing group already registered. So here's what it is. For chiropractor, most likely you heard about my classes called Influencing from the Front. I have so many chiropractors came for the years. Because all these changes and people asking for help, I come up with this class, 3 days, same format, which I'm going to explain in a moment, focus 100% on virtual presentations, things like live videos, regular videos, webinars, one-on-one videos. Now, you don't have to do all of them, but just gonna grab, you're gonna get the tools to do all of them. Then you can pick one, implement it, then you do the next one. So basically, it's a 30-hour experience. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I know you're thinking, 30 hours in front of the computer? It's like, now if force anybody else presenting, I'm gonna say, yeah, but it's me. So I'm telling you, it's gonna be fun. I designed the class, and the number one thing that I think is like this: how can I engage people so they get results? So we have class, exercise, break, content, exercise, break. So you go do that. And then on Saturday, and there's a future, it's called breakout rooms, right? So we break the rooms, and you can do a little virtual presentation, a small one on Saturday, and on Sunday, everybody has an opportunity to actually do a talk about anything and get coaching feedback. So it's amazing. So the result of attending a class, is going to be equip you on the 3 M's. Number 1, you're going to have more confidence and more charisma to present in front of a camera. Number 2, I want to teach you a methodology for you to create presentations. Excellent. 1-minute videos, 5-minute videos, 10-minute videos, live videos, half an hour webinar. I'm going to cover it all. I'm going to teach you here. I want to give examples. And the third thing, I'm going to bring some awesome marketing resources for you so that you get more people to actually show up to your classes, to watch your videos, and then to eventually sign up for care. So I am super excited. In addition to that, I developed a brand new concept called tailgate sessions. And the tailgate sessions, just when you go to a football game in the tailgate before. And this is going on right now, actually. I did my third one today. I have 12 tailgate sessions that's happening. So I have an expert come in, speak for half an hour, and deliver value. And all these sessions are done inside our private Facebook group. And then as a bonus, any participant is going to get a recording of all the tailgate sessions and the 16 sessions are going to be doing the weekend. So you're going to have more content, more resources for you for the next year. And I'm making ridiculous affordable.
Love it.
It's ridiculous.
I love it.
It's my way. Why so affordable? Everybody talks about helping chiropractic. Hey, here's my opportunity. So
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Roberto. I'm looking forward to the event. I already separate the time in my calendar for that. And I'm sure every minute of it is going to be of value to us and to our patients, because everything we do, everything we learn from you helps us help others, because we are both in the business of helping people. You help us and we help see people get well that needs us so much. And today more than ever, they need chiropractic in their lives. What's the best way to reach you, Roberto?
Best way, you can go to my email is roberto@influencology.com, or you can go to QuiroSpeaking.com. QuiroSpeaking.com. You have a form there, you can reach out, or social media too. I am on Facebook, Roberto Monaco, Facebook, QuiroSpeaking.com. You can send a message to me. Instagram, the Roberto Monaco.
So. There's no way not to find me.
Yeah, you find me. You find me.
Excellent, Roberto. It's always uplifting, energetic, and motivational to connect with you. I am so happy that our paths have crossed, and that we've been working together in this project called Chiropractic for some years now. And I'm looking ahead to many more years of collaboration.
I appreciate you, Dr. Carlos, so much. Can't wait to actually go take my friend to Puerto Rico. And I still want to go on that boat. I see around some pictures there. I still waiting for the invitation,
We'll make it happen.
If you know anybody with a boat in Puerto Rico,
We'll make it happen, Roberto.
I know we have the connections. Somewhere.
We love to. Be well, my friend. Big hug.
Much love.
Ciao.